Difference tonight, Robert and Brandon, that he didn't do before that made him look? Cause everybody said he looked fast, he looked strong. What was it?
Training camp, he did everything he was supposed to. During the fight, he was having fun. I was telling him, have fun, enjoy. Play with this guy. You can even drop your hands and make him miss, counter him, and he was doing it. He did everything he could. It was Brandon. It was the Brandon that I wanted back, and we got him back.
At what point did you know that you guys had the fight in the bag, or at least really in control?
After the first round, right away, but we still have to be careful. Alvarado's a very dangerous fighter, but after the first round, right away, I seen the fight. It's just a matter of time, little by little, breaking him down, and we did. That's the way it ended.
Robert, you feel that low blow in the second was intentional by Mike?
Oh, definitely, bro, definitely. But it's part of the game. Trinidad used to do it.
Right.
It's part of the game. There's nothing we could do. But I told Brandon, and Brandon, when Brandon went down from the low blow, I told Brandon get up and continue because he was hurt. I didn't want him to make the mistake of take the 5 minutes off, and that gives Alvarado time to recover. I said, no, let's go. Forget about the pain and let's keep doing. Then when he came to the corner, I told him he's going to do it again. He would do it again.
He tried.
Don't bother. He did try. I told him he's going to do it again. He's going to go low again. But forget it. Don't even pay attention to it. Just keep going because he's hurt. If he does it, it's because he's hurt. And hey, but a lot of fighters have done it before. It's a way of holding. Some go low. Some that's just probably being somebody that does stuff. They do stuff like that.
Do you expect people to take away credit from you guys? They're going to say Alvarado wasn't the same or anything.
No, we know that's going to happen, and we don't care. We don't care. We just know Brandon is going to get bigger fights now, and we don't care what people say. All we know is that Brandon's going to be in his next fight, maybe against Marcus or Timothy Bradley, Provarnikov or Matisse or somebody like that. It'll be huge, and whatever people say, they're still going to see Brandon fight one of those big names, and maybe even on pay-per-view. So
bringing Rios back to the throwback Rios, was the uppercut something you chose to execute?
Well, Brandon always has always had great uppercuts. Brandon's probably one of the best. Is one of the best fighters when it comes to uppercuts. He throws beautiful uppercuts. We always practice it. We always train it. So that's one thing. That's one thing that I don't really have to train to do. I train him to do, cut the ring, use a jab, counter. Even when he drops his hands, be fast and be able to counter, step to the side, and he did everything. The uppercut is just something natural that he already has.
Robert, before the fight, you said this is one of the best camps you've had in a long time, and you felt good going into the fight.
We felt very comfortable, confident, especially coming here 2 weeks before the fight, being training in Greeley. It was awesome. That was the best thing we could have done.
Now, one last question. I don't know if you heard that corrido that they dedicated to Brandon Rios, but it's banging. Have you heard it yet?
I didn't hear it because it was just so much noise. But I'm sure we'll go somewhere where we can celebrate, and I'll hear it.
Brandon got a welcome just like Marcos Madonna got after he beat Broner.
It was awesome, man. And I'm very happy for Brandon. He's a fighter. He's like my little brother. I've had him since he was 17, since he was an amateur. Making it to this point. I'm just so proud of him.
That's all, Robert.